developer storage, and I'm as a Golang organizer really practicing interested in that I'm writing Go operators for Kubernetes, for example. And what I'm doing here, and I'm hosting one podcast to be relevant in chat about working with distributed system and discussing things on query and postmortems and similar topics about distributed systems. You can follow me on my Mastodon. I leaked it months ago, but I'm not done. Yeah, I will set something about stateful application on Kubernetes. That's that we get focus here, and I will show you something about portrait data services and services that we provide to customers, and show small demo how we deploy the application there or databases there. And the latest one is about that architecture, how we design the solution, how that works, and how transparent is if you are our customer, that you can see how all that works, and with this advantage that you can compare to solution as the let's talk after me that are differences in that approach with operators and running databases. Stateful versus stateless. How many people were running stateful applications in production? Okay. And at least for development, do you see some differences that I see that many people using it in local development. They have databases on Kubernetes, no programs, but many are afraid to use them in production. Okay, what is the stateful application? That's easy, that's something that stored data in persistent disk stage, and you will have all that possibility. We have start application, we have some backups and restores in place. Many people say that they are very hard to do it in Kubernetes, and I think they are around in many ways, especially if you look from our perspective, major cloud platforms, they are not super helpful to do it. That's they pushing you use some native services they provide for stateful things. That's many people using Kubernetes for stateless and using the cloud providers databases for that stateful thing. All those stateful applications or services are running using stateful set application, and that's what is the component that we use from Kubernetes. That's help us have stable unique network identifier, help us with persistent storage, and help us with deployment and scaling, and with automatic rolling updates. There are limitations. There is link you can look at documentation, but main thing with the talent focus is what you provide for that storage. Some dynamic provider that help you with that storage, and quite often you need some admin of Kubernetes that's pre-provision storage classes for your use case. And that is quite different how we do that, and I will explain later what is benefit our solution. This is an example of storage class that we are using. You can see there is provision called Kubernetes/Portworx. Portworx is technology from pure storage that is usually used for all storage in cloud that we are using. It's part of acquisition that we acquired a few years ago. That's help us with all this Kubernetes stage. You can provide a few parameters, for example, application, that you see there is number 3. Every room have 2 other replicas, usually in different AZs. And you can add some array profiles here for databases. And if you have statecast, you can make persistent volume clear, and with persistent volume clear, you make persistent volume that you can use with your stateful application for creating stateful set. Storage in Kubernetes, if you look on the cloud-native storage landscape, there are, I think, 67 different things that you can use for storage. You can see there is Setworks and pure storage here. The Portworx, this originally is some independent company, we acquired them, but why there are of them. If you are familiar with other, for example, Langren is some alternatives to Portworx. Our solution is based on container storage interface now in the latest versions, standard CSI, and there is a link for Portworx CSI that if you can read the details in documentation, I will share a presentation after talk. What is Portworx? Portworx provide you many services with its automatic failure across long tracks, AZs. You can set it up. You have multi-writer for shared volumes. You have local pet central application for HA. It's very good if you have in a metropole area with, I think, until 50 kilometers, it's almost real time. It's 25 milliseconds, I think, for replication. You have autoscaling for that sizes. You have autopilot for capacity management if you need more pools, volume pools, or more capacity. It's automatically managed for you. You just make some policies for that, all the things. So we have encryption, airbag, storage cluster or failure, and encryption keys, and OIBC support too. You can make local snapshots that are used for volume backup, and we support volume backup to S2 with different locations and all those things. And we have multi-synchronous and asynchronous dual replication. The difference is exactly how is the distance between data centers. If synchronous, that should be very usual AZs, but asynchronous can be different regions, different continents. That's how it works. And now to Portworx data services. The Portworx data services as prerequisite have Portworx. All our solution is service for customers, but they don't see that it's behind. It's invisible level for them almost. But all our solutions using the Portworx. We support different Kubernetes distributions. As the service, we support AQS, AKS, GK, and Azure, IBM, R2, OpenShift, or what you can use it. We also have various data services. It's major databases with Kafka, we have others, RabbitMQ, we have Consul. It's not just a database, it's anything related stateful, and we support it. You will see what we support now, and we getting more and more. What is important, we have now support the services, for example, Mango Enterprise here, Microsoft SQL, for example, it's one of few services. We have classic MySQL, Postgres, Cassandra, RabbitMQ. Usually it depends what customers needed. We adding slightly more of them. How you can use it? That's the important thing. You have owner Kubernetes cluster, it doesn't matter where. Yeah, we are supporting on-premise, behind firewalls. You can have your cluster in any provider. As I mentioned that we support multiple of Kubernetes distribution. It's up to especially the customers who have on-premise somewhere on behind firewalls that have quite strict security rules. They have quite problems. Some third-party software for that. It's easy for them to use it. They just use our how to install, and they have to have certain drivers installed as prerequisite. But if they usually have some hardware from us or something, then they have and they install it. Support how there is the Alt ID and some beer token for authorization with our control plan that's running in AWS. But it's just for managing things. You will see with them more how that works. And the main step is, for example, platform tools that supports for developers that every developer in their staging can run any databases or data services that needed, or they can manage by own. They don't need some administrators to do it. They just define somewhere around it. Yeah, and that's the method. That's important thing that I want to show you, and as it works. Okay, this is our PDUS. You can see there's our staging just for illustration. You can see that we have some new page that you can see that we have 32 deployed services across our many clusters. These deployment targets, there are clusters. You can see there is multiple of them, which classes for the services with different services that we support. And if you are a developer and you need some new service, like for example, here I don't register and my customers, how can I do it? I find my customer, is if I put some mailings that there's a native and I have to choose some application configuration. It's usually preferred by the admins. I should for you. It's not something to choose some different size. All these resources and status segment is defined by where administrator. I will choose something with small CPU that my cluster is small. And you can choose applications and what you have available in your storage. I choose some, but you can choose some backups that you needed, automatic user backup where your service. And then some security if it's available right here for this. Really. And in the ones with stateful. So we'll take things for a second. It takes some time, but I will show you how it looks like here. This is as you can see probably that you can use web storage as they are cloud native. And have prefix as service. And if we go so here some independent stateful sets, but it's simple is stateful set. It's very running. I hope it's clear. And you can see there is some cluster in it, node in it. It was already developed space, and we have three pods running. One was expressive, it gives you some metrics about its metrics. We have some things that provide, for example, things that you have others. Redis itself, that we can describe the levels services, and we get some looks. You can see that this relevant here, and if we go back to our control level, you have the patch center. You see that we running. There is some information how much we have on this territory. We get the connection. There is configuration and this information about connection. You find password boards and single things that you need for collection management if you need. And I show you another service so we can deploy something else, for example, Postgres, this for the things. When we have encryption, I give the same rules, I will see the encryption continue or not. We can give more nodes, and we'll see if capacity of server will be enough. You can see here is, for example, our availability TLS. If we bring TLS just clear and the server, so the Postgres will be deployed with TLS support. TLS support is made by using I will reports using C. A certificate manager that's installed on your cluster, and we just use certification authorities that use settings. We can create our own certification as your internal policy needed. And you see there is PG prefix that's for Postgres, and we running that stateful set, and we will see the destination. This we support. There is stateful set here. It's working, and we have 3 ports for that, and still some version. What's happening here? It's updating some TMS work. Yes, it's everything built in stateful. And there is a new port you can see change virtual that's helping us with that certificate is updated automatically relevant configuration where Postgres that it's all seamless for you from customer point of view. We have SQL Postgres. You can see there is more information. If we have 3 nodes to where day 1 is the coming back. We have some joins. Yeah, we have all that information. We have to a contrast line is keeping my upset 13 can see there is green now, and so the nodes are there. You can see how much memory we consume, and again there is connection information to all nodes ports as for the wire certificate algorithm we're using. Great. And this container plane is not just this UI that you can click it. We have federal version, usually API version, the sequence automation. It's easy to use all functions that you see in UI are available via RCI. And if you need some automation integrate in your platform, it's easy to do it by API. Back to presentation. See, this is architecture of that solution, and you can see this, for example, here is what contains the service control plane, and what you install is our operators. We have 3 operators. The main one is deployment operator, they care about deploying and the data service. And we have backup operator that's backupping, restoring the application, and we have one another for communication with control zones and build that metrics and to-day communication for that secure connection behind firewalls using teleport. And that's the things that you need. What is good on this solution, I think it's our advantage is that we have one deployment operator for all the services. But you just need operator per type of services that you have. In general, if you have one operator for Postgres, second operator for Redis, you are usually focus on one technology that you can use it. And our solution is more general. but one deployment operator can take care of many of the data services, and we will adding more and more of them into the future. And that's why it's quite useful for big companies that do have multiple technologies here, and they want easily to use it as provide a self-service to deploy services. Questions? Do you have any questions? Well, so it will be not in a recording issues.
Do you think is it a good idea to use operator for many services you want?
Well,
I don't think it's a unique way because you one thing make one one make it one thing make
yeah, but
it's better than when it makes many things one time. And like we have so many complications. If you have one thing that manage so many components that are different.
yeah, but this is more Kubernetes way, right? But that every service have different CRD, and we have some abstractions that are right the payment operator. Because different services, different CRD, and they have some connection that because the CRD names. The differences that you pointed are in different CRDs, and we just implement things, and we have all the different images that incorporate exactly the different between configurations and other things. It seems slightly complicated, but it's quite precise differences using the CRDs directly. Here, and if we go back to
So I have a lot of questions. That's only one. So let's start. So we mentioned I will try. Let's start. So we mentioned that you support like data and information and Kubernetes distribution. So from point of view like developing the CSI plugin and operators, what does it take? Like what's actually is there any like notable difference in those? Maybe you take care of, or is it like
I didn't know exactly, but it's different guys in our company who making CSI operator. I guess I was informed that we doing the PBS itself, and we testing one common operating distribution usually, but we have the curating, we make the metrics, our supported Kubernetes version as well as all that, and they were tested before we will release it. And usually there are differences. Usually, I think Tanzu is more secure, more pushing in security. For example, that we have to slightly fixing some parts or adjusting, but it's not the issue usually. It's more on the deployment. Yeah, more secure. So if I think the last time that we were for 125 and between secure acquisition and control and all that things, that was some differences between some service for players were not slightly things more, and yeah, what can be resolved, and it's I think what is important you test it rather than testing for every use we catch it this type of issues that you don't expect it there.
okay? So another question to the backup. So that is the digital backup. So it does backup. How do you approach like if you do the approach like making sure the backups are actual?
Well, this feature is Pertworks itself will be making snapshots. We just call their API from operator, and then they bring a snapshot as a CFS or something with similar system. You make some native snapshot, and you can take them on the register and the ground and configuration with those closed.
something.
It's looking.
If there is like some special
You know, we just have to wash graphic things that don't do the couple.
maybe like okay, so that's
Session with
Yeah, with backups, it's a usual database issue until you restore, you never know. So, and here is the thing. If you want to ensure your backup is restorable, you need to test that it's restorable. So, yeah, there is another way, unfortunately. So, and basically, I think the good thing about PDS is that it has an API. And in theory, after making a backup, you can toss the restore out a person store and verify the restore went well, and data you expect to be there is there. Actually. So basically, that's of course you need to automate it, but there is no magic actually. So.
I think we can use, for example, PG download, or maybe so, but will be too slow for in the earlier backups, especially in the spaces that we provide, for example, the other protection.
regarding the how long does it take for you to recover from snapshot? Because we also use like a snapshot like solution, and when you like want to the entire shot a while, it's taking like almost a day sometimes. And it's whether it's more convenient to have like a thin size backup each time started. Some kind of high scope is what scenario comes up.
So I would say there are several phases when performing the restore. First one is downloading the contents from the S3 bucket or wherever you store the data. Then you need to run the script to actually restore the database. And the final phase in our solution is actually restarting the data service, the database, in order to run in the normal mode. So from my experience, we've almost every time tested with small batch of data. So I can't say, I can't talk about like big restores, big backups, but usually when we do it like on a batch database with little small amount of data, it's like, I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes or something like that. Yeah, of course it depends on the amount of data.
Questions? Have you any questions? Have you been some good reference for this type of use cases? But things surprising it's the same when it happens, and how is this
Or use still on? Sorry, another tricky question. There's replication. So you mentioned that you have like synchronous replication. Even though let's geographically close, does that mean like it's active or does I think it's to start?
From one perspective, it's that's one replication. It's not application replication. So like we'll do different.
Then you can do file system.
It's on file system level, yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's in
All very level.
oh, all very done.
Every service have different CRM.
So no. We have our parcels will be right to share rules, what we don't use Kubernetes. And in this what we suffer some of that, but exactly the and how the data centers and how we configure. If you use, for example, NFS and Kerosin, we support multiple data protocols on the particular settings on PDS.
By reason also
But sure. There is some information behind
The database or outside
questions using black is not used directly in.
So I got him.
for all its users.